Are you unsure about case selection? Poor selection of cases is a major reason why candidates fail the recorded consultation assessment. Want to score well for RCA? Then you need to ensure you pick the right recordings for submission. Today we're going to dissect the case selection of a GP registrar who cracked the RCA with a score of 182. If you want to pass the RCA, this is a video you don't want to miss. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Dr. Erwin Kwun. I'm on a mission to help doctors lead a happier and fulfilling life. Planning is crucial to get a great selection of cases. You want to have a good mix of cases that would enable you to demonstrate your capabilities as a safe and independent GP. Be strategic. Your goal is to bag all the mandatory case selection cases early on to save you undue pressure during your preparation. Let's jump right into Dr. Hannah's case submission. All her 13 cases were audio recordings as she was shielding at the time. You may be unsure whether you should record telephone, face-to-face or video consultation. Each mode of consultation has its pros and cons. You need to experiment and find out which mode works best for you. Some candidates consult better face-to-face because they can lay eyes on the patient and pick up on visual cues. Other candidates prefer to have telephone consultation. You are to play to your strength. Let's start with the mandatory case selection criteria. The first recording that fulfilled that was a case of a child who presents with abdominal pain. This involved a child who was 7 years old presenting with abdominal pain. It's important that the scenario represents the impact of a patient being a child as opposed to having a patient who just happens to be a child. So that's why it's very important to make sure that you're able to demonstrate your capabilities of managing a pediatric case. Candidates who choose a case in which a child may be 16 years old may find it more difficult to represent the impact of a patient being a child. The second case that fulfilled the criteria was a mental health case that involved a patient presenting with insomnia. This is a common problem that people encounter. It is a good case where you can promote healthy lifestyle and discuss the management of insomnia. The third case fulfilled the criteria of a long-term condition. Hannah picked a case of depression involving a patient who had adverse effects with SSRI. For the purpose of the RCA, it's important that you make sure your long-term condition case is a chronic problem. It's a case that has been established rather than the new diagnosis of a long-term condition. The fourth case fulfilled the criteria of an older adult over 65 years old. For this one, Hannah picked a case of a patient presenting with gout. To fulfill this criteria, you don't necessarily need a diagnosis of a care of elderly problem. As long as a patient is above 65 years old, then this would potentially fulfill the criteria. The fifth case that fulfilled the acute problem criteria was a case of hypoglycemia. This is a case when the patient required admission. It's very important to cover how the patient will get to hospital, whether they can arrange their own transport or you need to arrange an ambulance. Besides a same-day admission, you could also use a case where you have a 2-week wait referral, urgent referral, or where you have to arrange urgent investigations. That would also fulfill the criteria for acute case. Case number 6 fulfilled maternal and reproductive health criteria. Hannah picked a case involving a patient presenting with menopause symptoms. Menopause is a complex case because there is a lot to cover within 12 minutes. If you don't have long before submission, it may not be a good idea to try and get a case of menopause. To fulfill this criteria, you could look at gynecological problems, for example, PV bleeding or dyspareunia, or you could look at antenatal problems such as nausea and vomiting in pregnancy or postnatal depression. Let's go over the additional recordings that Hannah submitted. Case number 7 involved a breastfeeding woman and her baby who present with fresh. Fresh on its own would be a simplistic case, but because there is a baby in the picture, then there is an angle to the case and the fact that the mother is also breastfeeding. Case number 8 involved fibroid. This would be a good submission for maternal and reproductive health. As you can see, Hannah has submitted more than one recording that falls under maternal and reproductive health. The reason for this is to optimize for high score. Case number 9 involved tiredness all the time. This is a bread and butter of general practice. It's important that you ensure that you're ruling in and out underlying conditions and you make sure that you're assessing this problem safely. I have got a tutorial where I go over how you assess patient presenting with tiredness. You can watch it later. There will be a link in the description below. Case number 10 involves a patient presenting with migraine. Headache is a common problem that we encounter in general practice. So if you're going for a case of headache, try to get a few cases of headache and then see which one would be best, and then you can select that case for your submission. Case number 11, unintentional weight loss. It's important that you show that you're ruling in and out various red flags and you're considering various systems to ensure that you're covering various systems to get to the bottom of what's the reason this patient has lost weight unintentionally. Case number 12 involves a patient presenting with PR bleeding. Make sure that if you're going to examine a patient with PR bleeding, you discuss about offering a chaperone. Last but not least, case number 13 involved end-of-life care. This was a consultation with a relative. It's an opportunity for you to demonstrate your empathy and that you're addressing the patient or the relative in a holistic approach, and you show continuity of care. If you're struggling with the RCA and you believe that you need help, then I'd recommend that you click the link down in the description below to book a free call to see whether we can work together on a one-on-one coaching program. If I think that I can help you, then we can get you on the coaching program. But if I can't help you, then at least you'll get some insights. I hope you found this video useful. Let me know down in the comment section if you have any questions or any suggestions. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.